What's up, everybody? It's your man Gillis the Kid. I'm back with another video. This time I'm going to be showing you the new iPhones and the comparisons, all the differences between them. So I'm here on Apple's website, and if you click on iPhone, the first thing you're going to see is this iPhone XS. And then if you scroll down, it's going to show you the iPhone XR, which I believe is the cheaper iPhone. But we're going to go down and compare the iPhone models just so you can see the differences between them. Okay, let's see. We're going to start over here with the cheaper one, and then we'll put the XS in the middle. Alright, so we got the iPhone XR, which is the LCD model right here, and then we have the iPhone XS and the XS Max, which is the bigger one this year. Now the iPhone XR, it's going to come in different colors. You got blue, there's white, let's see, black, yellow, coral, and Project Red. And then you have the iPhone XS that comes in silver, space gray, and that new gold color. Still looks like pink though. And then the XS Max comes in silver, space gray, and gold. Alright, so let's go down. Let's see what all the fuss is about. So the XR, it's got a 6.1-inch liquid retina HD display, which is a fancy way of saying LCD. The iPhone XS, it has a 5.8-inch Super Retina HD display, which is a OLED display. And the new iPhone XS Max has a 6.5-inch Super Retina HD display, or Super OLED. And then these are the cameras. All phones have a 12 megapixel camera, except for the more expensive ones. They have dual 12 mega wide angle lenses. They're telephoto cameras. You know, I'm a big camera person now. I didn't used to be. Those dual cameras, you know, they might come in handy. But it looks like the XR is going to be one of those phones that every parent gets one of their kids, especially because of the price. And then they have the front cameras. Those are 7 megapixels. All the new phones now have facial ID. There's no more fingerprints. You still might have to put a PIN code on it though. And these are the new processors. It's an A10, I'm sorry. And it looks like all phones have the same processor. Last year was called the A11 Fusion. These are called the A12. This is water resistance. Now the cheaper iPhone can only go underwater for, let's see, 1 meter for up to 30 minutes. These are 2 meters for up to 30 minutes. So if you drop it in a pool for maybe like 15 minutes, it should be good, depending on what kind of chemicals you got in there. All phones have wireless charging. We're going to go over the prices in a bit. Now these are the storage options. The cheaper iPhone, which is the XR, that's going to start at 64 gigs, 128 and 256. This is the displays. You know what? I think they took out Touch ID for the cheaper iPhone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no Force Touch ability on the cheaper iPhone. But they have something called multi-touch display. And of course, the more expensive ones, they've got the HDR display, and they also have a higher pixel resolution too. Now this pixel resolution right here, this is the same pixel resolution on the iPhone 4S. So, I mean, you're sacrificing a lot of screen resolution if you get this cheaper iPhone. Personally, I'm not going to go from an OLED display to an LCD. And look, they even say it right here, OLED, and that's LCD. Okay. Yeah, here it is right here. So if you look right here, there's no 3D touch on the cheaper version. Do people really use 3D touch? I'm not sure. I use it sometimes, especially if I'm sending a message. But there are some people who don't even know what 3D touch is. I'm pretty sure you guys will tell me in the comments, though. This is the size and weight. Now, these new iPhones, especially the more expensive ones, they have a higher IP rating. So they can stay underwater longer. And this is the A12 Bionic chip. No matter which iPhone you get, they're all going to have that same processor. And then these are the features of the cameras. So it looks like the more expensive iPhones have a higher aperture. They have dual optical image stabilization, and you can zoom in pretty far. It also has a feature on portrait mode with depth control. And they got that smart HDR for photos. I can't wait to try that out. It also has a couple of different lighting effects like stage and stage mono. That's one feature I don't use. I think that's the black and white one. There's a 4K video recording. I love my 4K videos at 60 frames per second. Someone told me that the S9 can only shoot in 4K up to 5 minutes. I don't know how true that is. But I have tried out the 4K video on the iPhone, and I can go well over an hour. Okay, we got some more apertures for the front-facing camera. This is pretty nice, though. They got the Animojis and Memoji. These are the carriers in the United States. Now, here's something that's pretty interesting. These new iPhones have gigabit class LTE. That's very nice. They got Bluetooth 5.0. Let's see, facial recognition, Apple Pay, video calling. Let's go all the way down. These are the video playback. Now, this is the battery. I'm sure people are pretty interested in this. Apple says that the XS can last 30 minutes longer than the iPhone X. 30 minutes, in my opinion, is not very long. And then, of course, the bigger iPhone has a slightly bigger battery. And it has better, like, talk time. Actually, it has the same talk time as the cheaper one. Internet use, video playback. Probably because of that LCD display. Okay, they give you in a box and everything. This is pretty good too, dual SIM. So if you're traveling, you have that option to use dual SIM, 2 different carriers. I haven't seen the phones up close and personal. I don't know if it has 2 SIM trays or if it just shares one. I'm not sure. I think it would have to have 2 SIM trays though. I guess I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm going to drop the pricing and everything in the description below. Let me know what you guys think of these new expensive iPhones. I already have the iPhone X. I don't really see a reason to upgrade to the XS. Maybe the XS Max. You know, that's the only reason I would see someone upgrading. If you have an iPhone X and you want the bigger screen, then the iPhone XS Max would be a I guess it would be a pretty good deal. This phone, you know, it's $1,000. That's a lot of money. If you're gonna spend $1,000 on this phone, you might as well just spend the extra 100 and get the bigger one if you like big screens. But we'll see how this one sells. I guess Apple is waiting to see. They brought out the expensive phones first, hoping they would sell, and then they're gonna bring out the cheaper one later in October. Yeah, we'll see. But that's all I got for now, and I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll have some more videos coming up pretty soon, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.